Hey there, YouTube. I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope everybody's week's going well out there. It is kind of a gray, rainy hump day here in South Alabama, but there's cold weather coming behind it, and we're pretty much going to have some cool weather all the way through Christmas, so I'm a happy camper. I sleep really good in this cool weather. But anyhow, today I want to talk about a raw food diet challenge for 2021 and give you a little dose of reality. Guys, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate if you go down and hit that subscribe button now and then click on the little bell and check send notifications and come back and check out some more of my content. And I'm going to be putting out a lot more of it in 2021, hopefully. Um, the the dose of reality, the dose of reality. What I want, here's the challenge for 2021. I want everybody to switch over to common sense. I want the gimmicks to stop. I want all the woo-woo to stop. I just want common sense in 2021. Not even just, let's make that a thing. Not even just for this raw food diet or for food, but let's bring common sense back. Common sense has lost its place in society these days. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, and I've been saying this same message. I don't know how long I've been doing the challenge now. I mean, doing the channel now. I've been, raw, high raw for 8.5 years. I think I've been doing the channel for about 7 years, and I've been saying the same thing over and over and over and over. It all depends on you. It doesn't matter about any YouTuber. There's no YouTuber tomorrow that's going to tell you anything that you probably haven't heard already. If you're new, if you're just for some reason or just now hearing about a vegan lifestyle, a high carb vegan lifestyle, a raw diet, I'll still tell you, there's no YouTuber. There's people that can help you out there. There's people that can give you little tips and tricks, but it's all going to come from you. Nobody can hold your hand. Nobody's going to hold your hand and make you do this lifestyle. It's all about you. It comes from within. It's you will things to happen. Like I say, the food part's not a problem for me. I've struggled with this in other areas of my life, although they're not quite as cut and dry as just like food is just simple to me. It's like, here's my hand. I use my hand to put food in my mouth. I don't use this hand to put bad food in my mouth, and I use this hand to put good food in my mouth. It's as simple as that, cut and dry. Now I'm already seeing them. I know they're being developed because I watch them year after year after year. I know sometimes I can be a little bit of a prick because I get annoyed by things that are just repetitive and just kind of like, it's like a merry-go-round that goes around constantly throughout the year. People do the same things, say the same things based on certain events and times of the year. So I've seen it. I've been 8.5 years, so I've seen at least 8 New Year's roll around, the end of the year. Everybody gets all religious, come to Jesus, we're going to get healthy, and we're going to do this, and we're going to lose 100 pounds, and we're going to blah, blah, blah. And what they use to do those things are the gimmicks. The gimmicks. There's always a new diet out in January. There's always a new program out in January. There's always a new cleanse out in January. There's always cleanses all the time. By the way, I'm actually working on a cleanse, but mine is more like people just have that word in their head, a cleanse. So I'm working on a common sense cleanse that I feel is like actually a solid way to kind of clean out your body. And it's the foundation. It's a cleanse, but it's a foundation that you can build your whole diet on. I kind of got sidetracked, or not sidetracked, but I'm kind of simultaneously writing 2 books at once. The cleanse book, I'll probably be done by the end of the year, shortly thereafter, and then the other book will follow. But it's just going to be, it's not going to be any gimmicks. It's going to be solid fundamentals. I like that in sports too. I like fundamentals and common sense in all areas of life. I don't like, I'm a bit of a basketball fan. I'm a football fan. I like teams when it comes to sports, when it comes to athletics. It's about the fundamentals. Athletes that train in the fundamentals over and over and over and just focus on those simple fundamentals, they're successful. So, as Yoda says, you're basically going to do or do not. Another thing too that people need to stop telling themselves. Always think about this funny movie. I know it sounds odd. You see this guy, and I'm talking about a rom-com. I remember this rom-com I watched with an old girlfriend of mine. I think I've mentioned it on here before. He's Just Not That Into You. Now, the movie, it had a lot of famous people in it. It was entertaining, but the whole point was this guy's telling somebody you're not the exception. Now, she does turn out to be the exception because it's a rom-com, but it's like everybody thinks they're the exception. I hear all the time, everybody's got some reason why they can't lose weight. Somebody is actually does have reasons. There are medical reasons out there. There's sluggish thyroid. There's hormonal issues, but for every 10 people that tell me they have some reason they can't lose weight, I usually think maybe 1 or 2 of them actually have that thing. You're just not doing the things you need. You're not consistent. You're not sticking to fundamentals. You're not doing the things you need to do day after day, being patient to lose that weight. You're not an exception. You're not an exception. The same thing with special circumstances for food addiction, comfort food, all that kind of stuff. I love when somebody talks about their cheese addiction. Like, why is your cheese addiction special? It's like another case, special circumstances. No, it's my meat. I hear people all the time, I could never give up my meat. Like, why? Why can't you give up your meat? What is your special deal? I was a 30-year drunk that had, chicken wing hanging out the corner of my mouth most of the time. I smoked meat for barbecue. I could pound down some meat. I could eat any kind of meat. I could eat any kind of nastiness out there. Boom, I decided it wasn't for me, and I stopped doing it. I did not like it anymore. Didn't mean I didn't like that I didn't walk by pizza and see that cheese and see all that good stuff and not want it. It's just like it wasn't my food anymore. So every special circumstance you have, I'm going to almost bet you, without a doubt, I can find a number of people that have that same circumstance. Well, I have this, and this condition that won't do blah, blah, blah. Oh, I know this person. Oh, they lost weight because they did this. They looked into it. They were actually interested in losing weight. They weren't doing a gimmick. They weren't doing a diet. And that's what January is all about. So incidentally, that's why even if I had my book ready for January, I wouldn't put it out in January. I want to come in later this year in 2021. I've got a plan in 2021. I'm going to let everybody roll into the new year like they always do. Ate shit throughout the holidays, gained all that weight, y'all sad and all, and then come January 1st, wow, come to Jesus, we're going to get healthy. And you're going to go to there, those gym memberships go up, maybe not this year with COVID and what have you, but gym memberships usually go up. Everybody buys their diet books. They've got the new diet. They're following the new person, and they're all this and that. And they jump into something that's not sustainable. If you're not doing something, like anything you're doing for your health, unless, like I say, there are exceptions. There may be circumstances, but for the average person, anything you're doing for your health as far as eating, exercise, whatever you're doing for health, if it's not sustainable, it's not going to work because life is about, that's why you call it a lifestyle. You know, yes, I could put you on a diet. You could go to one of these Barnes and Nobles and go through the diet section, and I could probably go to Barnes and Nobles and find 10 or 15 diets that you could lose weight on, that I could lose weight on. It ain't gonna stay off. How many people do you know that have ever been on a diet and they lose weight? Number one, most people don't lose all the weight they want to, but the people that do lose the weight, what percentage of those people keep that weight off? So 2021, the challenge is take a step back. If you're brand new to this advice applies to you. If you've been struggling with this lifestyle, this advice applies to you. Hell, it applies to everybody. We can all just examine ourselves from time to time and put ourselves under a microscope. But the big challenge for 2021 is common sense, and let's do solid stuff. Let's do things that we can sustain day after day after day. Let's make good habits for ourselves and do them over and over and over. And let's not look for those quick fixes. Let's not look to lose 50 pounds in 1 month. Health. This is about our health. This is about, hopefully this body's going to try to carry us through life, for, even my 56-year-old self, I hope maybe I can get at least 2 or 3 more decades out of it. But it, I don't know. I think at this point, all I would do is just keep repeating myself. It's not, it's not sexy. I see a lot of stuff online and it looks good. The packaging looks good. I get caught up sometimes. I'm like, ooh, I like that. Why don't I do something like that? And then I'm just like, because it's not going to work long term. And the numbers bear me out. The numbers bear me out. If depending on how long you've been doing this and how you do this, and if if you're on social media a little bit and put your fingers here and there to see what's going on, how many people drop out? Think about your Facebook groups. Think about the faces that were in there a year ago. Think about how many are gone now. Think about how many aren't even plant-based or vegan anymore. So let's make 2021 the year of common sense. Let's bring common sense back in fashion. Anyhow, just my rant for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again at the end of the week. Peace.